Oh, hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Well Really, and let's meet our contestants. Actually, sorry, I am your gracious and wonderful host, Shadu, and let's meet our contestants. First up, we have, you know him, you love him, young Phil.
Fuck off.
We have, we have the wonderful, the gracious, the beautiful Jen Frey.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Thanks.
Jen Frey. That's a new one that I've heard.
That is a new one, Jen Frey.
We have the sentient, omnipotent beard himself. It is Graveyard.
Gracious my ass.
And we have our two special guests tonight. First of all, we have I guess it's been on the show before. It's Dodd.
Hey,
who of course won't release the list because he is on the list.
Star of
And we have
and
The world's worst Instagram account. From my
the world's worst Instagram account.
That's right.
Let's talk about all the hate he gets on Facebook. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
you're the one that sees
for
it
our
from the
final-
Facebook angle, which is fun.
Sorry.
I know, right?
And for our final other special guest, we have two guests this time. It's very exciting. Show. Who is? Oh.
He's
I'm here.
present.
Well, here we are. So,
All right, so Dodds, you gotta get into the buzzer in the private chat there to make sure you're
Yes.
in there.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Do we use a
prepare
different
chat,
one
get
for
into that.
this?
While you're doing that, I do need to go and do something. So I'll be back in a second here.
Is that
Oh my God.
your internet?
I love it. I love when the host just leaves.
I know he's just like, so you guys can just hang out.
all
It's
over.
like the teachers left the class alone.
That's my favorite.
What
When you go
the
over to your friend's house and then you're just left there with his mom for a minute, right? And you're just like, "How's it going?"
Especially when it's like
He,
station, you know, just
he
just go,
literally
nice tits, right?
I guess.
he literally just did that to you guys though, because I am his mom.
Yeah. There you go.
It's exactly like
So I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Dodd's name pop up, I thought it was a joke on what it is, but it's actually the thing that's happening. I thought you were saying you're not on the list because you won't release the list.
No, I'm not on the list. That
No,
would
I
be
know.
really hard. I'd have to be like a fucking time traveler to be on the
No, but
list, to be honest.
I thought it was a play on it. I thought it was a
Oh,
joke.
yeah.
And I realized, oh no, he's talking about. Okay, fine, we're good.
He's talking about Santa's naughty list. I don't know what
I'm
you're
talking about the viral beat that's going around TikTok that's been my vocal stem all week. Especially when people are like,
I'm not.
"Oh man, people are just jumping on this bandwagon now." I was like, no. I got posts from 2019 that were saying the same thing too. So like, we can go back.
Hey, everyone.
Hello, everyone, and
Everyone's done
welcome to Well Really. I have, of course, my game show get up
Put
now.
the fucking jacket on.
And
I
still
did.
no pants. He's Donald ducking it.
You don't want me to pan down here. All right,
That's
so
the OnlyFans can.
that is exclusively for the OnlyFans, of course, along with Phil's voice.
Yeah.
So
Behind the paywall.
it is-
simulcast,
yeah,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
It is $10 just for that.
He's
And you
showing
get, like, half of it.
everybody. He's showing everybody his magic wand.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So, everyone, I will, of course, tell you the rules for the benefit of our wonderful audience. Of course, JR here, who is new to the show. And then we will get started. So, the rules... Oh, what? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, expect a lot of cursing.
Yes, expect a lot of cursing. This is not family friendly unless your family is family that does not have a lot of censorship, let's say.
So
The rules are simple. What?
our family.
The rules are simple. I have a list of slightly incorrect statements about the nerdy properties you know and love. You may buzz in. Of course, we have our wonderful buzzer. Whenever you wish to correct the statement. But your correction must be preceded with the phrase, I'm doing great tonight. Well, really. So, I'm going to give you a phrase. Or not a phrase. I'm going to give you I'm just going to essentially say something. I'm going to give you an entry. A statement, I should say. And you will need to buzz in to correct something about that statement. So something in that statement will be incorrect.
Sometimes more
Have
than
an
one.
example.
I do not have an example, but we will have an example in a second where we actually
Well,
begin
the
the game.
example would be, as Spock classically says, "May the Force be with you."
Right, and then you'd be like, buzz and be like, well, really, he doesn't say that. Or, well, really, it's live long and prosper. You know, that's the whole, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
That makes
cool.
sense.
Understood.
All right, so we're ready to get started then.
Yes, you might have to
Yeah.
unbuzz us all, because we all tested our buzzer except Dodds.
Oh, there you go.
There he's tested it.
There you go. All right, we're buzzed in. All right, so,
I plan on being wrong all the time.
Same.
of course, I don't know if I've actually told our wonderful audience here how I decide what questions to do, because it is randomized. I am rolling a d20 to determine which of the 20 questions we will be doing. So, let us begin.
And as you can tell, should do like a classic game show host from the 70s days, already drunk.
Already drunk on cran apple juice.
Ba-da-ba-da, ba-da.
All right.
Yeah,
So our first question is our first question.
Ooh.
Our first question is our first question. It is a guest question. We have another guest question this time from my wonderful friend Mercury. So this is a question about mythology.
Oh God.
In the Iliad, after Hector realizes that Achilles intends to kill him as revenge for his own slaying of Patroclus, he is resolved to face the nearly invincible warrior, but is still reluctant to go outside the walls and fight. But when Athena disguises herself as Hector's brother Paris to encourage him into fighting Achilles, Hector feels confident enough to step outside the walls with a companion by his side. But by the time he realizes he was tricked, it is too late, and Achilles is able to kill him.
You have to reset the buzzer. No one can buzz in.
Oh. And go.
Oh,
Oh, what are we...
Frey buzzed
Oh,
in.
Frey.
Well, really,
Oh. Go.
there are a lot of butts in. I don't think that's.
Blame my
However-
friend.
However, I do not think it was Athena that disguised herself as. I think it was Aphrodite.
No, that is incorrect. It was Athena.
Damn it!
But by the way, what's up, Kai? What is Taco Bell? That is a taco themed restaurant here in the United States.
Is there any, what do we
Check
got
the
here?
buzzer.
I need to. Well, okay, here. You know what? I'm going to put it up here then, so I can actually.
How does the buzzer work?
Gravy.
Hey, there you go. Well, really, it wasn't too late, and he actually kills Achilles.
That is incorrect. Setting buzzers. Anyone else want to hazard a guess?
Graveyard. I feel like that you haven't. Have you ever read the Iliad?
Maybe. In the Iliad? Yeah.
Dodd.
Well, really, none of this happened because they're all made up stories. Because
Yeah. Okay. We're looking. Technically, you are correct. I'm not giving you a point for it
You can
because
give
we're
me
looking
points. You
within
can
the
give me points,
universe of the
I think I
actual
get points.
story.
Mythology.
yeah, I guess you get points.
We're looking at the universe of the story itself.
You're getting
Gravy.
snark points for that.
Well, really, Hector did not have a companion by his side.
That is not. No, that's not correct.
Okay.
Does anybody else want to go? Or are we good?
I'm rereading it right now.
Yeah.
That is why we have. That's why we have this. It's for the
Small
benefit.
novel right here, dude.
It really was.
Mhm.
Well, that's part of it. You got to pick out what's correct here. And...
I can't buzz in again.
Oh, Jr.
Well, really, Kratos killed them all.
Kratos killed him.
I like that. I like that.
We're moving on.
Go with
That
that.
one's much better, though.
So it was actually Hector's brother. It's not Paris. It's Deiphobus, not Paris. Paris is the one who originally started the Trojan War. with that whole thing. That's a completely different story. But no, Hector's brother is not Paris, so that was the thing that was incorrect.
That was my second
Get
guess.
pissed off with this, and we just fuck around, right?
Yes, but someone will get a point eventually, probably by accident. So,
So I said it wasn't Athena, but what
I
it
technically
wasn't.
wasn't wrong.
but it wasn't
Correct.
Paris. That's who we're looking. Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right.
Damn it,
Well, there
Paris
goes. First question. No one has any points at all.
refresh the buzzer.
I will when I get to the next
I
question.
feel like I have
He
points in
doesn't
my
care about the buzzer. He just wants to ask the question.
All right. This is a question about.
Man, has
This is a
everybody has every little hello.
This is a question about Warhammer 40k.
All right.
In the grimdark future of 40k, interstellar travel is facilitated via a hyperspace-like realm known as the Warp. The difference between the Warp and other forms of extra-dimensional travel, however, is that the Warp is filled with literal demons, commanded by the 4 Chaos Gods. Khorne, the god of warfare, rage, and murder, Nurgle, the god of disease, despair, and decay, Tzeentch, the god of change and sorcery, and Slaanesh, the god of pleasure and excess. Gravy?
Well, really, the god of pleasure and excess is not chaos. It's good.
That's not what I'm going for. That's not what I'm going for. And I am not resetting your buzzer unless other people will buzz in. So what are we? Phil.
Well, reset your buzzer.
Well, really, Khorne is not the god of warfare. Khorne is the god of metal.
Nope,
I was
that's
gonna make that
incorrect.
same damn joke.
That's
Shit.
solid, but
Now
no.
I've got to make another one.
Dodd?
The real answer is that Khorne is not the name of the Chaos God; it's System of a Down.
That is disputable and not what I'm going for. All right. Does anyone else want to hazard a
wanna
guess
buzz
here?
in
Frey.
now.
Frey. Yep, I got you. Hi.
Okay, so in this it says grimdark, and grimdark is 2 words.
That's not what I'm going for. Technically, no, it's not.
I'm
I
just
wanna-
saying. They're trying to build a prison.
Let's buzz back in.
Okay.
I want
That's
to buzz back in.
okay. Here, I'll reset. We can go for one more round here. Gravy.
Well, really, there is no difference between the warp and the other travels.
Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
The other extra-dimensional travel also contains the gods.
That's not what I'm going for now.
Okay.
Oh, but did we strike the nerve though? Or are we looking at the
No, you did not.
Okay.
You're very far off. All right, I'm.
Well,
Are we
really,
good to move on?
It's not Warhammer 40k. This is fucking some other board game.
This also feels like the lore for hyperspace, but just changed up a little bit, so they didn't seem that they're.
That's what I was referencing with the extra dimensional travel thing. I was
Yeah.
referencing other forms of all right, I'm going to move on.
right.
So, I said there were 4 Chaos Gods. There are technically 5. The last one is named Malice and represents the tendency of the other 4 to turn on themselves.
We'll take
So it represents chaos
Wow.
being chaotic.
Oh
Essentially.
man, Slanchy, god of pleasure. No, don't get me.
Don't get Slanish. Don't get corn.
I'm so glad I play D&D and not Warhammer.
I do too. It's okay.
Yeah.
I do too. I'm the resident D&D nerd. So
Poor
All right.
Nurgle. No one wants to touch.
Slanish and corn get together. Is that like rage sex?
Nurgle
All right,
does
so-
sound like a sad Pokemon,
our next question.
right?
No.
Our next question. So we're going from like grimdark to like really light. Our next question is about the Muppets.
Sweet.
go.
Hey!
We might know.
Well, really, Brett Goldstein.
The Muppets are an iconic piece of American culture, but did you know that some of them were actually named after real people or places? Some examples include Miss Piggy being named after singer Peggy Lee, Statler and Waldorf being named after Jim Henson's grandfathers, and Bunsen Honeydew after the inventor of the Bunsen burner. Todd?
Bunsen Honeydew is not named after the Bunsen burner. It's actually Kermit the Frog, which is named after a sex dungeon in Amsterdam.
I cannot confirm that.
Yeah.
but that's not what I'm going for now.
It's a great place. You guys should visit.
Yeah, you have to go to Kermit the Frog. It's
The Kermit Castle. Everyone's been to the Kermit Castle, right? Yeah.
Kermit Castle.
Oh,
Kermit the
Jesus.
Frog. We'll let Kermit the fuck. All right.
best hand jobs in existence. Let's start
Right.
off.
Why are there so many?
Okay.
All right. Gravy.
Well, really, Bunsen and Honeydew was not named after the inventor of the Bunsen. He's named that because there are two pieces found in science land. We have Bunsen and Beaker, so they're named after just science equipment.
Technically, the Bunsen burner was named after the inventor of the Bunsen burner.
Okay.
And so, by extension, Bunsen Honeydew was named after the inventor of the Bunsen burner.
I'm saying when Jim Henson said it, he made Beaker and Bunsen just because.
Well, yeah, but Bunsen Honeydew is still named after the inventor of the Bunsen burner.
Okay.
So that is correct.
It's a
Does anyone else want to? That's not what I'm going for, Frey.
Well, really, Miss Piggy is named after the singer Peggy Lee.
That's what it says.
She said isn't.
Oh, isn't?
Yeah.
No, that's incorrect. She is.
Okay.
Which
According
leads
to Jim Henson himself.
Statler and Waldorf are not named after Jim Henson.
You did not buzz in.
Okay, fucking, where's my buzzer?
That's it.
Phil?
That's it. That's it.
Well, fucking really, Statler and Waldorf are not named after Jim Henson's grandfathers. They're named after some other fucking rich dudes.
You almost had it. You almost
I
had
know
it.
what it is. I know what
I
it
feel
is.
like that is something.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say it. Well, really, Statler and Waldorf are not named after Jim Henson's grandfathers. They're named after hotels in New York.
That is what I was going for.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I know the
All right.
Waldorf Astoria. I mean, technically, they are named after other rich fucking dudes because they're named after the fucking guys whose names are on those goddamn hotels.
No, he's named after
Sure.
the Waldorf salad.
I didn't know where to fit it in as a joke, but I did watch something recently on the Muppets, and the craziest thing that any actor that's worked with the Muppets is that Miss Piggy, as like the doll, is literally treated differently than the other Muppets, and it's like crazy how there's a hierarchy within
That's
the
bullshit,
Muppets.
man.
But no, like all the other ones, they could be like sitting in a box somewhere, but like Miss Piggy has her own like special box thing, and like she's treated like she's like an actual person versus a Muppet. And I
it
think
costs-
about that a lot.
And it costs
That
$5
is
more
perfect
to
for
fuck
her.
her.
Oh my god.
All right. We're moving on. Our next question is about horror.
Oh, Graveyard. Graveyard's going to know it within the first two lines.
I'm
Better have
gonna
it exactly.
I'm gonna put how many times Graveyard says, well, really, and deduces that that wasn't what I was looking for. And
Horror.
Graveyard says, well, it's not right.
Horror has often been at the intersection of folklore and more popular culture. Nowhere is this more obvious than horror movies that feature cryptids. Some of the more iconic cryptids, like Bigfoot, Mothman, and Nessie, appear in The Untold, The Mothman Prophecies, and The Incident, respectively. But more obscure cryptids aren't completely forgotten in the blood-soaked annals of horror, with the Jersey Devil appearing in The Last Broadcast, Antlers being based on the Wendigo, and The Ritual featuring the Jotun from Norse paganism, who I would argue aren't really cryptids.
All right, Graveyard,
Yeah,
what do you got?
Gravy?
Well, really, Jersey Devil, non-obscure cryptid.
Frey, you might want to write down. I'm sorry, that's not what I was going for. Frey?
Okay. That's fine. No, I didn't buzz
Yeah, you
in.
didn't you
That
didn't
was
reset it.
from the last time you didn't
Yeah.
reset it. But if you want, I'll do a well, really. 'cause
No,
I
you don't
can't
have
do-
to. I reset it.
I'm gonna do.
Frey?
Well, really. The ritual featuring Jotun from Norse paganism, that's not really a thing. That's made up.
No, that's correct. That is the movie.
That is a weapon called the Jotun in Destiny, based on Norse mythology.
It stars Jake Gyllenhaal.
Destiny 2,
Okay.
it's called the Jotun, okay?
Gravy?
Well, really, Nessie did not appear in the incident.
That is correct. Can you tell me what's wrong there, though? Because there is something that's specifically wrong about that.
Well, the incident is about aliens.
I'm
It is.
okay. I'm going to give it
asking
to
the
you.
dude- you're asking the dude who actually watches these movies.
No. I am giving it to you. Not what I was going for. I am giving it to you because you've hit on the thing that is correct or is incorrect.
Because the Who incident, which I've had the guy on my show 3 times, is based off the incident. And it's about owl aliens.
Great. So
Owl.
Uh,
It's about
owl.
owl.
that's what I was going for. So
No, it's
there
about
is
Owlman
a
and not Nessie.
so there is a movie with the incident that is about Nessie, but it's the incident at Loch Ness.
Oh.
So I was going for the
so-
full title of the movie. It's not just called The Incident.
You can argue,
But I am giving
Moth-
it to Gray because he did actually.
You can also argue that Mothman didn't actually appear in Mothman Prophecy.
You could also argue that, but it is about Mothman.
It
so.
is,
That's
and
Yeah.
Richard Gere falling asleep.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So-
That's
All right.
That's the movie.
Any
All right.
more? Are there? We just got 2. Just
I'm
2?
resetting the buzzers.
That movie is really just more about, the horror that gerbils go through when they're around Richard Gere.
Hey,
Oh.
how else are they supposed to find Lemmy-Winks?
All right. This next question is about the MCU.
Ooh.
Okay. Everybody on the channel might know about this, so
In Thor: The Dark World, during the attack on the London Sanctum, Malekith proclaims he will unleash the Reality Stone upon the 9 realms by drawing the Aether from Jane Foster's body, cementing the Aether status as Infinity Stone in dialogue. Gravy.
Well, really, it was never established as an Infinity Stone in this movie. It wasn't until the bath scene.
correct.
That is correct, and what I was going for. You get the point.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This
in the
is a
chat
first
already.
on
They are
this show.
welcome.
Did you guys hear in the interviews recently that James Gunn just kind of like made up the lore for
Like 5
for the
minutes,
instant,
yeah.
like 5 minutes? Like
Yeah.
it was not even
Yeah.
3 minutes. It was 3 minutes.
I mean, it was based on a lot of what it was for the comics, but he just like wrote the whole thing. It just like, oh my gosh, he's
Yeah.
a genius.
Is
It
James
was
fucking
3
calling me
minutes.
out right now?
He
James?
is.
Yes.
I swear to God, when I see you again, I'm gonna hug you.
Oh,
Hug, dude.
oh, look at that.
Sack that cool.
All right, so we're ready for the next. Ready to move on? Always up,
go.
buzzers. All right. This next question is about Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I will
In the-
get Star Wars.
In Return of the Jedi, later Calrissian quips to Han about the Battle of Tanab. But what was the Battle of Tanab? Well, we haven't gotten the full story in canon. In Legends, the battle was against some pirates funded by the Empire in the aptly named Tanab system. Lando used nets, a kind of torpedo that put a net around a ship, to disable the pirate vessels and win the day.
Y'all are nerds. I don't know this
You'd
at
think
all.
I would know this, man. Damn.
Come on, Todd. It's all you.
Stop. Stop.
Wait, hold on, I gotta go back to it.
No one's buzzed in yet, so.
No, I was ready for it too. I don't know anything about this.
Gravy.
Well, really, he actually talks about it in Empire Strikes Back.
That's incorrect. It's a scene from Return of the Jedi. Frey?
Well, really, there aren't anything. Connor nets aren't a real thing.
No, they are a real thing. Dodd.
I'm gonna guess that the pirates weren't funded by the Empire.
Damn
That
it.
is correct.
Aha!
They were
I
just
had a
pirates.
feeling. I was like, the Empire doesn't really fund pirates. That's not a
They
big
were
deal.
literally just pirates
Yeah.
and
Pirates
nothing
do their own
else.
thing.
Yeah, this isn't January
Yeah.
6th.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
This isn't One Piece. Okay?
All right.
That just went down to
Uh,
pirate lore. That didn't have anything to do with Star Wars there.
All right. So our next question is about a song of ice and fire.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Also,
So, Frey,
if
you can buzz in
know
now if you
Game
want
of
to.
Thrones. This thing, he pulls shit from the books, guys. Get ready for this.
Oh, God.
Or, as
Well,
recorded
he
in
did
multiple
say
volumes
a
of
song of Ice and Fire.
As
That's
recorded in multiple
fun.
volumes of The World of Ice and Fire, the Citadel's archives feature references to House Dane's legendary twin blades, Dawn, forged from the heart of a meteorite, and a dark counterpart called Nightfall, supposedly tempered from Valyrian steel and dragon glass. Frey?
There is no twin. Well, really, there is no twin blades. There's only Dawn that was a meteorite. Nightfall isn't a thing.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, that is it.
I'm like, Nightfall isn't a thing. I love the Danes. They're like my favorite house. So.
It's almost like I knew. All right.
This is rigged.
It is.
He made
It's-
it so his mom can win. That's just basically how it
Yeah.
is.
And,
Come on.
and this is why you join my next Jeop-Nerdy, where it's all spite.
It's all spite. It's rigged against us.
Yeah.
No, it's
All
rigged against
right.
you.
Yes,
Fair.
absolutely.
All right. This next question is like just I'm not sure how to describe it. It's a kind of a general nerdiness question. It's a cross fandom thing.
Okay.
So,
Ooh.
all right. In the wide worlds of fandom, there are millions of fictional characters, with names ranging from the normal to Athrup Hindu, which I totally mispronounced. But it seems like a lot of characters have ended up in this with the same last name, Harkness. There are some obvious ones like Agatha, Captain Jack, but also Captain Boomerang, whose real legal name is Jigger Harkness, a different Captain Harkness from Robert A. Heinlein book, and simply Harkness, a guard in Fallout 3.
Huh. I see nothing wrong.
Gravy?
Well, really, there are trillions of fictional characters.
Again, not what I was going for, so... JR?
Well, really, there is no guard in Fallout 3 with the name Harkness.
No, that's incorrect, there is. At
Damn
least
it.
according to my sources, so...
Thank God I didn't do that because I was going to say that.
Fallout 3, the one Fallout game I don't play.
Is Captain Boomerang's real name not Digger Harkness?
No, it is Digger Harkness. His name is Digger Harkness. So I was.
Also, Dad, you haven't buzzed in, so...
Oh yeah, that's why I was just testing the waters.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
really my answer, you know.
I'll
There you
just
go.
throw it out there. In case
I'm
it's
just
right.
kind of crowdsourcing, giving an opinion, you know,
Crowdsourcing.
doing a little focus group on
Crowdsourcing.
answering before we go into it.
Frey?
Well, really, you misspelled our Ruth Uperhilipidu.
I copy-pasted it from the actual, so no, I don't believe I did. I may have, but that's not what I'm looking for.
Okay. That was just a shot in the dark. So
That's fair. No, it's good. Gravy?
Well, really, Captain Harkness is not from a Robert A. Heinlein book.
No, there is a Captain Harkness in a Robert Heinlein book. I do not recall which one at the moment, but there is.
Is that what you're going to
Phil?
say, young Phil?
I was exactly what I was going to say.
So, Phil, you want to go?
We're narrowing it down from you.
Who in the fuck is Captain Jack Harkness? I'm kidding. I know. that character.
go,
Uh.
just believe. Know who he is.
It's funny. fucking Jack Deadpool said the same exact thing. Well, really, there is no in Fallout 3.
There is. I
I wanna
swear
buzz
there is.
I want to buzz
Unless
back in.
the Fallout wiki is wrong, which it may very well be. There is a guard called Harkness.
I want to buzz back in.
God,
That's
Artha
Dad?
Oop Hill Ipendu is just something you made up to make it sound. It's too specific, but it's meant to be specific to throw us off.
no, that is a character from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
All right, never mind.
Graveyard,
okay. Well,
and then
really,
we're moving on.
Digger Harkness isn't his real legal name.
That is correct.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Can you
What?
tell me,
I crowdsourced my answer on this one.
Gravy? You will get it if no one else can tell me what his real legal name is. What it actually is.
Captain, you call that a knife? This is a boomerang.
Does anyone else want to hazard a guess? Or are you good?
This proves why you don't listen to focus groups. you hear that, Kevin Feige? All right.
All right, I'm going to give it to Graveyard then. His real legal name is George. It's George Harkness, but he changed
George
it to Digger for some reason. So
That's probably it. Probably has something to do. It's a nickname from like military service or something.
yeah. All right.
Or he
Ooh,
went to the Outback. You see that digger over there? I'm gonna get it.
This will be a fun one.
That did
This
go
will be a really
bad.
fun one. This next question is about Phineas and Ferb.
platypus. Bury the platypus.
In the season 1 episode, Dude, We're Getting the Band Back Together, Phineas and Ferb endeavor to reunite the band Love Handle to play at the school dance. The only problem is that each member has a very specific reason for not getting back together. The band's bass player, Bobby Fabulous, runs a trendy hair salon. Swampy, the band's drummer, works a quiet job at the city's library. Oh, and he ain't got no rhythm. And Danny, the band's lead singer, is the only one who actually stayed in the music business, running a store called Danny's Music Shop. Gravy?
I can't buzz in.
Oh.
I want to buzz in.
Alright, now you can buzz it. Gravy.
Okay. Well, really, Phineas Ferbs will not reunite someone for a school dance because it only takes place in the summer.
Ooh.
You've picked up on the thing that's wrong. Can you tell me why they did reunite them?
It was for, I believe, a party at their house.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Frey?
Well, really, it was because Love Handle was the band that his
The next one.
parents went to on their first date, and
That is
parents.
correct.
Whatever.
That is correct. That's it. Yep, that's correct.
So I knew it could be for the school dance because it only takes place over the 100 days of summer.
That's good. No, that's good. That's observant. All right.
Actually,
So-
it's one of my favorite Phineas and Ferb episodes.
It's what
Someone
I
like
heard.
that.
I've never
So
seen
long.
the show.
I've actually never seen
Again, I'm not trying to bias it against Frey or for
No,
Frey.
no, it only comes
Frank
up.
just wins every one.
Yeah.
He doesn't though. You've gotten 2 points, Graveyard. And
Only
she's
2?
gotten
I'm
3,
pretty
but
sure I
we're
have 3.
just ignore that fact
Oh,
right now.
I have 3. You gave me the Digger, the Horror, and the MCU. That's 3.
That is 3. You're right. All right, you have 3. Okay.
See?
Our next question is about Ghostbusters.
Yay.
Ooh.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Can you do the buzzer thing?
The original 1984 film followed the escapades of a not-so-crack team of ghost hunters as they saved New York City. The movie spawned countless spin-offs, including an animated series called The Real Ghostbusters, which documented the continuing adventures of the squad, with all but Ernie Hudson returning to voice their respective characters. Gravy?
Well, really, no one returned to voice their characters in the real
Right.
Ghostbusters.
That's correct. That's
Damn
correct.
it.
The hilarious thing is...
there were nobody that came.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
Arsenio
hilarious
Hall,
thing
that
is...
was the
No, the really funny thing is, Ernie Hudson auditioned, but
Yeah.
was rejected from playing his own character.
yes, Arsenio
Oh,
Hall.
yeah.
The guy who voiced Garfield, Maurice, Morbo was Egon, and Frank Welker was Ray.
All right, we have arrived at our shiny question.
Here,
Ooh,
Ooh, shiny.
what's that?
It's our minigame question.
Something Pokemon.
Oh,
Yeah, it's an alternate color for the regular.
And I'm not going to show it to you yet, but this question, this little minigame here, is titled John or Not John. This game is about the iconic film composer John Williams and what he has or hasn't scored. I'm going to show you a list of 5 movies, and you have to tell me if John Williams composed for the film or not. I would prefer if you had something to write on. I know I didn't prepare you guys for this.
You and not fucking telling people shit. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I meant to. I forgot. I was trying to organize this
I'm
whole
good.
thing.
I always got notes next to me.
Good.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
you know,
I have
yeah,
3
you can,
monitors.
exactly. You can open
I got blood
a
and
Word document or
skin. I'm
something.
good.
Yeah.
I've got
All right. So you will have 1 minute from the time I say go to. So yeah, I'm going to show you a list of 5 movies. Just say non or not. Like put it on John or not John. Yeah. And so you will have 1 minute from the time
just wanna
I say
say-
go.
the last time we did one of these, you didn't score it correctly, but okay.
Okay. Well, I will endeavor to score it correctly this time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
So we're writing down the one that's not John.
You're just like, yeah, whatever ones you don't think are John Williams
Are not John.
are not John Williams. Da 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 I'm gonna do it the whole time. 30 seconds, folks.
That's not going to be big enough for you to see.
You can just tell me as well, if you'd like to.
Well, what's the point of writing it down?
So you have a record.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right.
Ooh.
And
Hey, James, stop putting answers in chat, James.
I'm not looking at chat. And that's time. All right.
Who's going to go
So,
first?
we'll start with Phil, since he's at the top here.
Billy.
I cannot see that.
Fucking look harder. Fucking Jane Eyre and Rogue One.
Jane and okay, and all right, cool. So then, yeah, all right, scratch that. All right, Frey. All right, so you have Jane Eyre, Dracula, and Rogue One. All right, got that.
Matt,
All right, Gravy.
harder.
All right, it's really easy. None of them.
Ooh, all right.
I know for a fact
That is a.
Fly is actually a movie he
I would.
know for a fact Rogue One is not one.
No, I know Rogue One.
I would. That is something I would do. I will tell you now. Some of these have been scored by John Williams.
Okay.
Yeah. Born on the 14th.
All right. So Dobbs.
John Williams movie.
I just have Rogue One.
Steph Rogue One. All right. And
See it.
Jr.
I can see
it. I have for Jane, John, and then Born on the 4th of July, John.
All right. Very interesting. All right. So I'll tell you the answers and I'll tell you what we're getting here. So for Jane Eyre, John Williams did score Jane Eyre.
Oh.
For Twister, John Williams did not score Twister. That was Hans Zimmer. For Dracula from 1979, John Williams did score that one. For Born on the 4th of July, 1989, John did score that one. And for Rogue One, John did not score that one. That was Michael Giacchino.
So I was only off by one.
And in terms of...
Also, Twister wasn't 1989, was it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Oh, God.
All right, so...
What a year.
Frey, you get 2 points. JR, you get 2 points. And Phil, you get 1.
Yay.
Woo-hoo!
Oh, Twister was 1996.
I only got one of those off. I was right on all the rest of them. Is that not going to point for that?
So you say you got one of them off.
I was
what
only
did you
off
say?
I only said Rogue One was
Oh.
not John.
You only said
Yeah,
Rogue
that's-
One was not John.
Yeah, so that means Twister's the only one I got wrong.
This is a different Twister movie.
Yeah.
That's the only, so that's... Okay.
Holy shit. Crispin Glover, Harry Dean Stanton,
Yes.
John.
Dermot,
Okay.
Tim Robbins.
So Dodd, so that means you get 4 points then. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Does that mean I get 2 then?
For getting...
So
Yeah.
if it's yeah.
Can I just have all of them while we're just giving away points?
What?
Yes. Yes. You can.
Points for that.
All right, and then Dodd, you have... All right, great. Cool. All right. That should do it. And I hope I didn't do this incorrectly. But I guess we'll find out. If someone wants to argue with me later, they may. In a few minutes, we'll know. All right, great. Let's move on.
Nice that Oil wants a point as well.
I'm sorry, Matt. You cannot have a point. You're not playing the game.
Not on
So
the show, dude. Come on.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Give him James a point.
Okay, James, you get an honorary point. How about that?
Ooh.
No, I said give him James. Don't
Oh,
give James a point.
Oh, give him James's. Yeah.
Glad
Yeah, you get
are.
James.
James a point.
Yeah, you need to get a point. You just get James.
Oh,
Oh, hold on, Matt. I got this for you. Hold on. Hold on, Matt. I got you. You suck. There you go.
All right. The next question is a question about Star Wars. Once again.
Star Wars.
Ever since the return of Captain Rex in Star Wars Rebels, and especially exacerbated by the finale of that series, fans have been speculating that a similar-looking Rebel soldier on Endor could have actually been the old clone. This was just a fan theory until two things occurred. The first was an episode of the animated short series Forces of Destiny, which depicted Rex on Endor in the same position as the character from Return of the Jedi. The second was Dave Filoni himself confirming the change in an interview. So next time you watch Return of the Jedi, look out for the captain. Dodd?
Was that not Lucas himself that confirmed that? Really?
That's... Well, yeah. No, that's not what I'm...
Okay.
It was Dave Filoni.
Okay.
JR?
Never mind. Yes.
Do you want to hazard a guess here? Do you want to try to...
No, he pretty much said what I was going to say. I was going to say. Well, actually, Dave Filoni didn't confirm it.
Also, it's well, really, so... Cool.
Oh, well,
Phil?
Well, really, the show's not called Forces of Destiny.
No, it is.
Ah, motherfucker.
Gravy?
Okay. Well, really, it was not in Return of the Jedi.
No, it was.
Yeah, that was Return of the Jedi.
That was Return... Yeah, they went to Endor and Return of the Jedi.
I'm saying you're not looking for him in Return of the Jedi.
But that's the movie that he... Okay.
I'm saying he doesn't exist in that movie.
Again, that's the whole point of the... Okay, so what are you trying to correct
the
then?
fan theory was confirmed, man. Like, there was a fan theory that they made, and Filoni said, nope, it happened.
Okay.
That is what the... Yeah, that's what the statement says, so...
Yeah. I remember when that was... Because it was a big movie made. Like,
Frey?
out of it.
Well, really, Captain Rex. No. Dave Filoni confirmed it first, and then it showed up in Forces.
That's incorrect.
Well, really, it's not Captain Rex.
You did not buzz in, Phil.
Because I fucking already used the buzz, and I can't buzz. There you go.
I
right?
thought I reset it, yeah. I reset it.
I'm buzzing now. Well,
Phil?
fucking really, it's not Captain Rex.
Nope, it's Captain Rex.
Ah.
I'm gonna just give it to you. So no, it was not confirmed at all. Dave Filoni actually muddied the waters. He said that he didn't want to overwrite a previously established character, and so wanted to just keep it as a fan theory. So he kind of retconned that one episode.
Wow.
Interesting.
So yeah, so no one gets any points, as it
All
should
right.
be. I mean, oh no. Oh, all right. I've already done that one.
Fuck you, host man.
All right. The next one is a question about Star Trek.
Oh no.
And Wars to
Yay!
Trek. The Star Trek universe is vast and complex, with hundreds of alien species, planets, and technology that is explained in excruciating and nonsensical detail. One of these excruciating details are the various registry numbers of Starfleet vessels. Most casual fans know the Enterprise had the registry number of 1701, which carried on from the original to the recently introduced, into canon at least, Enterprise H. The Defiant had 74205, Voyager had 74656, and the Discovery had the ominous 1031.
This is really like off.
Gravy?
Well, really, Star Trek's not that really complex. It's Federation, not Federation.
I
Really
did
easy.
say nonsensical, Fred.
Well, really. One of the numbers is wrong. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm
Can you
gonna
tell-
narrow it down.
I knew he was going to say, can you tell me which one it is?
Narrow it down.
I mean, that's
74656 looks sus. Just saying. It's like a sus number. It's
you have
given-
not buzzed in. You
I'm
I
just
was
saying.
gonna say
you have not buzzed in.
yeah.
I'm not
I don't-
buzzing it. I'm just giving vibes. I'm just putting things
the
out there.
Voyager has too many numbers. I do think Voyager has too many.
That is Voyager's registry number. JR.
Well, really, the Discovery's number is wrong. It is not
Nope.
1031.
Nope, it's correct. It is 1031.
I didn't watch that one, so
Phil?
Well, really, the Enterprise or the Defiant is fucking sus.
That's not a correction. That's just
The Defiant's number is sus. It is wrong.
that is incorrect. It is correct. Does
Yeah.
anyone else want to
Graveyard, do it.
Gravy?
Have you noticed I always have a joke answer than a real answer?
Uh,
Well, really, 1701 does not carry on to Enterprise Age.
that's incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to give you. So the problem is not with any of the numbers. All the numbers are correct. The problem is the Enterprise Age isn't a thing.
So what
we
you're
have
saying
not
is-
we have not gotten there yet.
So what you're saying is it didn't carry over to Enterprise Age.
Technically, it did not carry over to Enterprise Age,
Hold on,
but
hold on.
that
Okay, so
was
before
not what
you
I was.
actually put that answer in, James already actually had this in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then James, you get an honorary point.
James
But
gets an
James-
honorary point for that.
James,
Yeah.
wait till we're done with our answers.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
James.
I should be opening it up to the. All right, great. So,
Matt,
The Defiant is sus is the quote of the night.
all right. I'm gonna see.
I
Already
really wish
done.
I had a beer.
That one.
I'm just drinking water.
So didn't the Enterprise end with E when they crashed it in the movies, or was there an Enterprise after?
There has
Know
since
what
then.
they do on Enterprise F. Bounce.
Since then,
wow, wow.
since then, there has been an Enterprise F. Yes,
Okay.
there has been an Enterprise F. It was in Picard, which no one watched, but
Well,
you know.
I'm in the middle of watching season 3.
Well, you will see it at some point. Then.
Okay.
Yeah, because they did do an
is
Enterprise F.
that
there.
the one that Jerry Ryan captain?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the asshole captain. Yeah.
Fine is empty boobs.
We're moving on. Our next question is about King of the Hill.
Ooh.
God damn it.
Tell you what.
God damn it, Bobby.
God.
We all know the iconic propane and propane accessories meme, but the origin of it may come earlier in the series than you think. Hank Hill actually says the exact phrase, "I sell propane and propane accessories," in the pilot, in reference to his job at Strickland Propane in Arlen, Texas, where the show is set. JR?
Well, really, Hank Hill says it in Beavis and Butthead Do America?
Yep.
I was talking about the actual series of King of the Hill.
Oh,
itself.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gravy?
Well, really, the show's not. Strickland is not in Arlen, Texas.
No, that's incorrect. That is
No, it
that is where. Yeah.
Strict propane.
Dodd?
Well, God damn it! I don't think he says I sell propane and propane accessories in the pilot.
I just wanted a chance to show that off.
First of all, you get like brownie points for the voice. Second of all, you're correct. Can you tell me what he actually says?
No, I can't. I just showed that. That's
He
wrong.
was-
And that's all I
does
need.
anyone else
Really,
want-
he doesn't know that.
and he got it right. Dodd got it right.
JR, can you tell me what he actually said?
goes far
I
enough to
say
get it wrong.
propane and propane paraphernalia.
No, that's not what it is. I'm gonna give it to Dodd.
Did
it to
he
Dodd.
say, well, really, he says I sell propane in Pakistan.
Why is Dale there?
Okay, so I'm
Everybody
giving
knows
it
I'm
to
here because I have to talk about all the chemtrails.
I'm giving it to Dodd. So the phrase he said in the pilot was a variation of it. He said, "I provide the people of this community with propane and propane accessories," not the exact. I sell propane and propane accessories.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so there you go.
Yeah,
Job done.
that other one was a little too wordy. See where
So they had to shorten it. Ooh, all right, this will be a fun one.
Uh-oh.
It's one of my variations. This is about Dropout, the
oh.
wonderful streaming service that College Humor evolved into. Technically nerdy. All right, that's actually our question of this one. Well, again, if only Chuck was here. And this question has been here the whole time. Before being spun off into its own show, Make Some Noise consisted of a few episodes of Game Changer, but those episodes were actually never referred to as Make Some Noise, instead being known as Noise Boys, due to the makeup of the first episode with that theme.
Fuck.
Frey?
Well, really, it was always called Game Changer. There's no.
That's not. I didn't ever say it was not called Game Changer. I said the episodes that spawned Make Some Noise.
Oh, well, no, I'm saying that it was never Noise Boys. It's always been the first. Well, really.
You stumbled into the correct answer there.
Well,
Actually.
no, but that's what I was talking about. I was
Okay,
just
great. Then yes,
inspired.
that is correct. I'm giving you the point for that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was always called Make Some Noise. Noise Boys is a nickname for the triad of cast members that often appear on Make Some Noise.
I actually do. I have seen Make Some Noise.
Yeah.
So I did know the answer.
I was just going to say that none of that is real because none of that entire sentence makes sense without any context of exactly what you're talking about.
All right. We've done quite a few questions here. I think it might be time for an ad.
Ooh.
Oh, it's ad time, everybody!
Ad
Ad.
That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this show and everything we do here is brought to you by the good folks over at Dubby. Woo. That's right. W's a brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or cracks.
Hey!
No maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10. Get 10% off your order.
What's Y-Bud?
What?
What's Y-Bud? Put it back up. It's backwards.
Yeah, you're
Hold on.
There you go.
Oh,
Ooh, Monk Mayhem? Is that what it is?
Merc Mayhem.
Merc Mayhem. Okay.
Because this
Monk
is the-
Mayhem is something
That's,
totally
Yeah, I know,
different.
right? That is the
Yeah.
flavor they did with Merc Clan, called Call of Duty Team. But they also have a whole bunch of new flavors. They just dropped a new yuzu flavor, which is pretty awesome.
Very
and
cool.
Apparently, I just got a notification that they just got the Japanese soda back in stock, which is
Ooh.
I know, right? Which is a flavor that just seems delicious to me. So.
And remember, folks, go to Dubby and let them know by email that you want pickle as a flavor.
Oh my god, no.
Dude, I would drink
We
that.
need, we need a pickle juice flavor.
We do.
I would love
Right
it.
now.
Like a pickle lemonade.
Oh,
Oh,
pick an aid.
Yeah.
Oh.
lemonade.
What you do, Phil, is you get the pickle Dubby, you mix it with Malort.
Oh
and
my
make
god.
your
Oh,
own
God.
Tire pickleback.
I love the look on God's face because that's the look that I feel right now. What are you talking about? Like a pickle flavored drink with fucking Malort. That's just terrible. That is the
Welcome to Distance Nerdy.
What flavor? Well, it's a battle of the flavors. What flavor wins out?
James
I
talking
think-
shit.
I think the vomit flavor wins out.
Oh, God.
Oh. James talking shit about my shirt. Fuck off.
Damn it, I keep rolling nat 20s. That's usually a good thing.
Okay,
Or
so
is
the reason he's upset is because you're his eye candy. So
Ooh.
There you go.
James just here on his birthday talking shit to us.
What's going on? Okay, that's is this? Sure, we'll do it. All right. So
Jared's
we're ready to
drinking a
get,
toast.
were
we're ready to
you
get
talking,
back into the game.
were you talking to the dice or
What? No, I was saying, are we ready to get back into the game?
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah, that's what I was. No, I was talking to all of you, all of our wonderful.
He's definitely speaking to his dice.
I also do that, but that's a different issue that I'm working on.
dice. Yeah, roll it right for daddy. No.
Okay, it's not that bad, but
Roll it right for daddy.
Oh, oh, Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
See, again, that I'm okay with, weirdly enough.
All right, let's get back to this thing.
Let's do
He's
it.
okay with this voice fucking him in the ass.
But not this one.
We're moving on.
Yeah.
This next question. This
Move
next
on.
question is about Star Wars. It's another Star Wars question.
Mhm.
Star
Upon
Wars.
hearing,
We
upon
met
hearing of the death of
from
Emperor Palpatine at the Battle of Endor, Grand Moff Ubuk Adelhard went rogue and locked down his sector, initiating the Iron Blockade and spreading a conspiracy theory that the destruction of the second Death Star was a false flag operation. Frey?
Well, really, he didn't spread the conspiracy. The destruction of the second Death Star was black.
You're... I will give it to you. If you can tell me, you or anyone else that has buzzed in since, can tell me what the conspiracy theory actually was.
People buzzed in, you know.
That
I know,
was-
I'm giving
that
her a
it was-
second.
Okay.
It was a training exercise.
That's not correct. Gravy?
Well, really, I believe it is essentially that the conspiracy theory really was that Palpatine didn't die, and it was not Darth Vader that killed him, because the rebellion said Darth Vader killed him, but the Empire said it wasn't.
That's pretty much what I'm going for. It was that Palpatine survived. The Palpatine did not die.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Gravy, you get that
I
point.
mean,
True.
technically,
I was gonna say, well, really, is because the Death Star wasn't actually a Death Star; it was a weather balloon.
It's a weather balloon.
I was just gonna
That's
shit on
good.
the Rise of Skywalker. So
So here's what I have to say about all of this, and I actually said this today.
Oh no.
We as Star Wars fans gave them a hell of a lot of latitude to have a second Death Star and not call foul on that. But then we later call foul on somehow Emperor Palpatine returned. Emperor Palpatine returning is as plausible as them having a second Death Star ready to go.
but the second Death Star was the
In
first
two
time they
movies.
pulled it over the wool over our heads. Like that was
Yeah.
that was way in the first original trilogy, and then we had a lot.
I
of,
know.
We had a whole
But
prequel
that's what
trilogy
I'm
that we went through
saying.
before that. And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was an inside job. There was fuel layered
saying-
everywhere. The Death Star would not have blown up.
And
It's a
with
great Death
and
Star.
then-
It's a great space station. Best space station anyone's ever seen.
with Andor, it tells us how much resources they had to use. I'm just saying, second Death Star never happened. I don't know what the hell that was, but it wasn't a second.
We're moving on before we all get like kidnapped or something here. Okay. This next question, I think you're gonna really like this.
Jeffrey the Hutt's sail barge.
Jeffrey the Hutt. That's amazing.
Why is everyone still talking about Jabba?
It was suicide. Leia did not strangle him.
Jabba the Hutt was terrible.
I never visited that palace. Okay.
All right.
I know nothing of Leia being dressed up in a certain way. I have no knowledge of this.
I did not dress Leia up as a slave. Oh.
Did not do it.
I've never been to a sail barge. You didn't have to do that.
We have to move on. We have to move on.
All right.
This next question is about the IT crowd.
Ooh.
So Jen's the only one that's gonna know this.
Why is
For the
that?
record, all of your names on the thing are references to the IT crowd.
I'm just talking smack.
He is talking.
The writer and original creator of the IT crowd, one Graham Linehan, wasn't only behind the camera. He also made several cameo appearances in the series, including as a mariachi, a Soviet smoker, a mystic in the desert, and an incompetent firefighter. Frey?
Well, really, he was not an incompetent firefighter.
Fire.
That's correct. He wasn't. I said that character That character neither existed nor was played by Graham Lina. I just completely made
Right.
it up.
Yeah. There was no incompetent.
There was a firefighter, and he was
Right.
sick.
It was. Yeah.
Yes. All right, great. I didn't expect it to be that quick. All right. So let's see what we're going for. Ooh, all right.
I remember a lot about the crowd because they were not. I mean, it's not a lot of episodes, and also
It really isn't.
Sure.
I'm just still thinking about the job at Epstein list parallel.
I've never been on that barge. I've never heard of that barge. Adventures with boats makes no
Great.
sense.
What's great is I won't be offended if that becomes a video on your fucking.
It's going to be. I'm already thinking about it.
Write it down somewhere. Write it down.
Yeah.
All right, so
Right, I was just like,
for that, our next question is about Star Trek.
Yay!
Frey's
Oh,
the only one who's
that
excited
word.
about this. Hey, there we go. In the Star Trek Voyager episode The Swarm, Voyager's shields and warp coils are repeatedly torn apart by a vast network of mysterious spatial distortions. To keep the all-important Delta Flyer flightworthy, Janeway orders Tom Paris and Harry Kim to outfit it with cutting-edge alien technology. So, being the geniuses they were, they decided to use Borg technology, specifically reinforcing the Flyer's hull by integrating Borg neurogel circuitry so it could withstand the Swarm's disruptive fields. Gravy?
Well, really, it was not cutting-edge alien technology. It was old alien technology.
Not what I was going for. Technically, it was cutting edge to the Federation, to Voyager. So I would say, I'm not going to give that to you.
Okay.
maximum effort.
Does anyone else want to try to? Gravy?
Well, really, they are not geniuses.
For the record, I was using that sarcastically, so.
I was gonna say no. I'm pretty sure that was not meant to be.
JR?
Well, really, it wasn't Borg technology?
That's correct.
Oh,
it was not
shit,
Borg
I got
technology. Instead,
What
it was
is
actually. It was actually just. It was derived from the Swarm itself. They synthesized neurogel circuitry from the Swarm itself to protect the Delta Flyer.
I gotta watch Voyager now.
So you mean like
I don't know
when
if you want
Chief
to,
and
but okay.
Battlestar Galactica used silent technology to reinforce Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, it's very, very similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
All right,
Farscape
great.
did that too.
It did.
You're
I was
getting.
gonna say,
Ooh, yeah. We're almost done here. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Well, sure. We're gonna go through our. Oh, yeah, we are almost done. Okay. Well, that was. Cool. All right. So, our next question is about David Bowie.
ooh,
Reset the buzzer.
I'm resetting the buzzer.
All right.
All right. Yes, question. David Bowie was an eclectic figure, introducing his own brand of often cerebral rock and roll to the scene and being a queer icon for many. A lot of this is down to the various characters or personas he took on during his life. Officially, there are 5. Ziggy Stardust, an alien who came to warn humanity of a coming apocalypse, Aladdin Sane, who dealt with mental health issues and was inspired by Arabic folktales, Halloween Jack, a dark dystopian pirate, the Thin White Duke, a deeply troubled soul singer fascinated with the occult, and the Blind Prophet, who many see as a foreshadowing of Bowie's imminent death. Frey?
well, really, what the hell?
That is not a valid answer. Don?
Well, really, he has not become a queer icon for many after the whole pedo allegations came out. Oh shit!
I said, yeah, it'd be, yeah. He was at one point.
Yeah, I think he'd been dethroned off that one for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was at one point, and still probably is for some people.
Okay, that was my only real correction I could offer there.
JR?
Well, really, you should have added David Bowie's magnificent package from the Labyrinth.
Yeah.
That's not technically a
Seriously.
persona. That's
I
his
know,
penis.
but
Are you-
that
you're
I guess kind of is at the same time.
You're
I
saying
mean,
Bowie's package is not a persona. That whole thing.
that
is
is a
its own
that is
persona.
completely real. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that package
Gravy.
is its own character, man.
Well, really, the
The
Thin
Goblin
White
King's
Duke
Goblin.
was not a soul singer.
No, he was. Frank.
Well, really, you forgot to add the Sovereign from the Venture Brothers.
Again, that does not count. Also, spoilers for Venture Brothers. All right, does anyone else want to
Show
go?
that went off the air how many years ago? Come on.
It's still amazing. What? I'm sorry. How long ago did the IT crowd go off the air, huh?
Well, the IT crowd is what started Duke Nukem saying the bubblegum and thick apple.
Wasn't that from They Live?
Yes.
Yes.
Duke Nukem came out in the 90s. IT Crowd was 2000.
Does anyone else want to buzz in, or am I just
That
going
is,
to?
that is a running joke with Jen, is that Duke Nukem got him for that. So it's like, oh, he went in the future and stole it and then went back. Okay, got it.
It's
Done.
because Phil gets upset every time I say it.
Well, actually, this is all true except swap David Bowie's name out for Bruce Campbell.
Also, it's
I-
well, really. Gravy.
Well, really, Halloween Jack is just a dark pirate, not from a dystopian.
No, he is very much from a dystopian future.
Let's say future.
All right, I'm gonna move on.
No, I want to do it.
Frank,
I think I
all
got
right,
it.
Frank,
I got
go.
a real one. I got a real one. I promise. Oh, I really want to do not a real one now. Okay. Well,
Bruce
really,
Campbell.
Aladdin Sane is not a real persona that.
No, he is
Oh.
a real persona. All right, I'm gonna just move on. So you kind of got there. So with Aladdin Sane was not inspired by Arabic folktales. It has nothing to do with Aladdin necessarily. It's supposed to sound like a lad insane, which is emphasizing the whole mental illness thing. It was very resonant to Bowie because of his brother and all of that. And so, no, was not inspired by Arabic folktales. So it has nothing to do with Aladdin necessarily.
All
I
right.
just
So, yeah.
like this curveball. I
Well,
like
really,
curveball.
that's racist.
Perhaps a little bit, but that is not what I was going for. And is this our final? It is our final question.
Ooh.
Final Jeopardy.
Our final question. We have a kind of a relevant question, actually. This is a question about DC Comics, and more specifically,
Yay!
God damn it.
and you'll see. The S didn't always mean hope. In fact, it originally just meant Superman. But in the comics' early years, it was a young Superboy who officially created the design, to stand in for a bunch of words that start with S. In 1978, the first Christopher Reeve Superman film established the symbol as being the sigil of the House of El, the royal family that Kal belonged to on Krypton. Then, finally, in 2013's Man of Steel, the symbol came to be understood as representing hope. But, I mean, it's still just an S. Young Phil?
Well, really, fucking Kal-El's family, that the House of El was not a royal family.
It was. That's not. You're getting close. Gravy?
Well, really, it was not a young Superboy who created the design.
It was. It was.
I'm pretty
That
sure
is-
Martha created that for him.
That is not what I had. So, if my sources are wrong, that's not necessarily. No. Does anyone else want to? Oh, why did it change?
I was about to say, I was looking at the question again, and it's talking about Korn, the god of warfare.
Oh no, that's. Hold on.
The questions keeps falling away from him.
There we go. Frey?
Well, really, they didn't stand for a bunch of S Originally, they did the S because it was small. It was
So you cut out for me about halfway through that.
She said did not have a bunch of S words.
Right.
No, it did. It was. I did not actually write down what they were, but I believe it was something about like standing up for the common folk and all that kind of stuff. It's
And
like
I
it's that
said
kind of thing.
Smallville. I said it was for Smallville.
For Smallville, okay, yeah, it's not what I'm going for. Jr.
Well, really, it wasn't in 2013's Man of Steel where the symbol, the S stood for hope. That was actually a 1980s comic that's slipping my mind that came out right around the time The Dark Knight Returns comes out.
Again, that is a sourcing issue and not what I was going for.
Okay.
If that is,
I buzzed in.
I cannot confirm that. Gravy?
Well, really, it did not originally mean Superman.
No, it originally meant Superman. It originally was just for Superman.
Okay.
Are we moving on here?
Yeah.
All right,
I guess.
great. So this one's really, really pedantic. I said it's the sigil of
Really?
the house.
I'm shocked.
It's especially pedantic for me. I said it's the sigil of the House of L. It's not the House of L. It's the House of Kal-El.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Which doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense dynastically. But it is the House of Kal-El, apparently.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. And folks,
Name their entire house.
According to Wikipedia's super logo here, it says the House of L.
Yeah, it's always been.
it does?
Yeah.
Oh, I really? Okay. Well, again, that is a sourcing issue then.
So then nothing was wrong with it. Nothing.
So nothing was wrong
It
with it.
stands for punk rock, is what it really stands for.
It
That was
is.
defined in the last. Well, people haven't seen it, so you can understand.
Yeah.
Later.
Look. All right. So then
Maybe it's punk rock. Maybe that's what it is.
again, according to the source that I found, it was House of Kal-El. Now, yeah, okay.
Kal-El is Superman's name.
I understand that. That's why I thought it was weird and why I was like, oh, this is a good question. Yeah, so, all right, well, let's see. So,
There's
Well,
actually
nobody got any points.
I
It's
guess,
just
I
like-
guess
okay,
nobody
okay,
gets any points.
It's a coat of arms. It's a coat of arms.
It is a coat of arms, so I had to pull it up, and it does say that the House of El was not a royal family, although Jor-El was a member of the governing council.
Okay.
But he's
Then
not,
that would
I knew
mean
it-
that.
that you still wrote
First
something
answer was
wrong,
right.
not realizing that you wrote
I did.
something wrong.
Okay, well, fine.
I mean that just means Phil gets it then.
Yeah, Phil
That's
gets.
fine.
Phil just.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Great.
And
Phil,
even
you got 1
that-
point. So,
Yeah, I was supposed to give it to Phil.
yeah, well, just out of...
Kenny
actually,
points.
Phil, you got 2. I forgot to write.
I got 2
Ooh.
points total, so it's fine.
Yeah, you got 2 points.
Ooh.
All right, and that,
Vince
folks...
got like 73s. It's fine.
So start from
And that,
fifth place.
folks... And that, folks, is our game.
Who's in fifth
Wow.
place?
we got like we got.
Yeah.
Who's
did
in
well.
fifth place?
All right, so in 5th place...
Sorry, the audience is just.
Shut up!
Yeah!
Crowd's going
in,
wild.
in 5th place is Phil.
Yay!
Oh.
Cool.
In 4th place is JR.
Nerd.
Woo.
In 3rd place... Yep, in 3rd place is Frey.
Rick.
In 2nd place is Dodd,
Hey!
which means in 1st place is, of course, Graveyard. With 7 points.
Is that a goat?
That was a good.
Wow.
one.
So yeah,
Was
all
it
right.
the
Thank
streaming goat?
thank you everybody
It
for
is.
playing, for coming. Hope you had a good time.
Well, Dawes, this is your first time on Well, really, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
He's
Oh,
Jack.
that's
We'll see.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
And
I
JR.
thought he'd
This is
been
my
on. Yeah, and
first
JR.
time
it's
being
his
on,
first time, too.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did you guys think with
That was
that?
fun.
Is it
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I think the Kal-El one was pedantic. I'm glad that we looped back around.
Yeah,
to figure out
I was looking at
something
a
else
specific.
was
I was
wrong
like,
there.
yeah,
It does hurt me a little bit that there was a particularly a space pirate question about Star Wars. I ended up getting it, but out of just sheer luck of guessing it, and like hadn't known that story, just like, oh yeah, that's where I fuck with that area, you know, like that's the thing I know. But
Yeah.
you know, it was good.
yeah.
This
Alright.
game
Yeah, I
was very
was-
humble.
Yeah, and this was a little different because this was a lot more variety in properties and things.
Not just
So-
10 questions all
Yeah.
directed at Frey. Yeah.
It was
So, yeah,
rigged.
all right.
It was rigged from the beginning.
It was rigged so bad.
Well,
The best thing I got
It
out of
was
it was the Job Epstein.
Meet
list
a
parallels.
Kevin Sir.
Right, exactly.
I can't wait
What
for
is-
that video,
that
Todd.
video, dude.
What does the Sarlacc pit represent, though? That's my question. The butthole in the desert.
There's so much things we don't know. I've never seen a Sarlacc pit before.
Never
I don't even know
heard
what
of
it
it.
smells like. I don't know what the teeth or anything about it.
I
Or how it
didn't know
digests.
George Lucas CGI'd over it later
Right.
in the
Whoa,
special
whoa.
releases.
The Sarlacc pit.
It looked different when I saw it.
The naked pictures that Hunter Biden sent out to people.
is Hunter Biden's multiple dick pics. That's what it is.
Actually, no, y'all are wrong. The Sarlacc pit is Jabba the Hutt's mother-in-law.
Oh, there.
Yeah, no, that does make sense.
Sarlacc pit represents Lauren Boebert's.
Oh yeah. Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Somehow there's a connection there somewhere. You know,
It's the Beetlejuice performance.
Well, no,
It's-
it
it's
is
really,
the Beetlejuice.
Yeah, there you go.
The
really
juice of the beetle.
just too much teeth.
The juice was loose.
Juice was loose.
Well, I mean,
Alright.
I don't want to speak for you, should do, but if anyone else ever wants to do their own well, really, and write their
Yeah, go for it,
questions.
please. I would love to play in this. Yeah.
And when you write
Mine
your
will
own
be
stuff,
five words long. It'll just be
and
like,
when you do your own questions, you can do spite.
You can do spite. Yes, that is allowed. That is kind of what drives the show.
I cannot wait to see Graveyard do a spite well. Really, it's going to be amazing.
Or in
I
the
don't know.
next episode of Jeop-Nerdy, it's going to be something about the House of L. So
I would like to see Graveyard here because I'm a horror fan as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be a lot of fun. And I'm the Godzilla guy too. So if I made any questions, it's gonna be obscure Godzilla shit.
Fucking weird ass kaiju shit. It's just
Yeah, it's gonna be out there, dude.
Well, in Jeop-Nerdy, if you're not negative, you're not really playing the game.
no,
I gotta
I
play
still-
that, man.
it's a rite of passage.
also if you're not Dodd and have like 32 accounts and like, you know, everything
That way you never lose. You can just
You just keep
I
going and be
think-
like,
you
all right.
always win and always lose at the same time.
right.
I think I hold the record of losing the most
You do.
I
money
think you do
in
too.
Jeopardy.
It was previously on me, and then I started actually winning. So
Yeah, now I'm like,
Yeah,
figured
and
out the
Jared,
strategy.
there is backwards music, so like 2000s music,
Yes.
which I know Dodds loves
Yeah.
that category, so it's staying
Good
there
one.
forever.
it's a great category.
I can't even process birds music. It's not.
I've learned that I have a talent for it from this
Yeah.
show, but that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, see, you never would have known otherwise.
Yeah.
And if nothing else fails, there's always a hidden Bruce Campbell.
Yep.
Always-
Not in this one though.
No,
no.
So let's get on to this, guys. I'm gonna need everybody's pluggables. Give me all of your plugs, everything here. I'm gonna start with JR here. Give us all of your pluggables, sir. Everything you want to plug in any
Jesus.
show that you're doing.
you want to play
So-
Jesus? Oh,
Yeah, dude, all Jesus. No, my main channel, JRSGAM. You can find me on YouTube. I do figure reviews, mainly Godzilla, but pretty much anything the fuck I want. Movie reviews, and then I do game clips. I also have a live stream channel, JRSGAM Streams. Just got done today doing a 3-hour stream of Oblivion Remastered, 7 hours yesterday. You can find me on Instagram at JRSGAM _streams. That's where I post whatever the hell I want. That's pretty much it.
All I want, just all
Sounds
that.
good.
Yeah, very good. Dodd, give us all your pluggables, sir.
Hey, yeah. So you can find me on all my socials, usually at Ruse_Bane, WRUSE_BANE. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, all the things. But I'm also on YouTube, which is really what I'm trying to focus on right now, which is Luigi's Breloom. So go check that out. I dropped a new Superman video this last week that I would really, really love for everybody to get some eyes on, as well as some cool. I think I got a Star Wars video out since the last time I was on here that I'm sure you guys would like as well. But it's a good mixture of politics and pop culture, and kind of trying to take of what we're talking about in the media now and trying to apply it to what's relevant out there, and we like to have fun with it too. So a lot of fun stuff planned this week, especially too, because there's going to be a big Pokemon Presents this week. And so I'm going to be doing some live reactions to that, as well as some breakdowns of that content. And I got a lot of cool things planned on the way. I've got one video called Did Pokemon Make Me Gay? Where I go through all of the different aspects of Pokemon and how it's affected millennials and their brains. And it's really cool. I got to talk to a world champion in that video. So definitely go check that out. Yeah, that's about as much self-promo as I can do, but I'm the dud. Come check my stuff out.
Yeah. Also, be on the lookout for a Donald Trump Job of the Hut.
Oh yeah,
This would be great.
I know, right? Gravy, give us all your pluggable, sir.
Yes, I'm Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Pod Out Night, Mostly Podcast. Pod. Still off for the month of July. A couple more weeks. Hopefully, Salem will be back to health to get back in the shit horror movies that we love and watch, and so you don't have to. And Conversations in the Void every Wednesday when I schedule it properly at 9 p.m. Central. Talk to horror people. We are pushed for 3,000 subs on that channel. When that happens, we will be giving away the Graveyard Lightsaber,
Nice.
which has nothing to do with horror, but we have it. So check that out. We are almost at episode 100. That's next week as well. And I'm pitching and toying with the idea called Lesser Knowns, where I'm going to talk to people about their most underrated horror movie that they like. We will watch it and to discuss it as a pre-recorded podcast and introduce clips and stuff like that too. It's a new show format I'm working on. I'm excited just because why not? And if you go over to Twitch, you can see me spank my monkey. That's right. Donkey Kong Bonanza. What were you thinking about? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Great game. I have this. I also finally picked up Clariscare Expedition 33. I'm going to be playing that on nights. So this is my casual streams as well. So new stuff coming out.
IGN's only 10 out of 10 that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Not that I'm mad about that at all.
Everybody's already talking about Game of the Year for Expedition 33. So I mean, that's pretty nuts. Shadu, pluggables.
Ooh.
All of them.
All right.
Now.
Okay. All right. I am SHG Studios on YouTube and on Instagram. I currently do Elder Scrolls content, TTRPG videos, lore for my own fantasy world, my own original music, paranormal investigations, and so much more nerdy stuff. I am also on Frey's channel. We have a little series called Classified. We take your favorite pop culture characters and place them into the respective D&D classes. There's also Journals of the Ancestors, where we go over the different races, ancestries, and/or species that inhabit the worlds of the multiverse. I am also in the Distant Sorting Sphere. I am on the Download on Tuesdays, the Build on Thursdays, and the Buzzer on Fridays, which is the very show you're watching right now. And I am allegedly on Kyber K Productions. Allegedly.
Jen, anything to add?
My channel is @FreyGirl, and you can also follow me on all the socials, Frey Comics or @FreyGirl. Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. Of course, we are on the road to 500 right now. So we're trying to get 500 subscribers on YouTube here. We are a very humble YouTube channel. Graveyard has close to 3,000. We haven't even hit 500 yet. We're trying to get there. Okay. But we're going to be giving away Lego kits, guys. So once we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be giving away a bunch of Lego kits just because that's my thank you to all of you guys. But everything from there, guys, if you want to tell us, if you want to connect with us on all the social medias, we're everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm never calling it X. I don't know why we're still on Twitter, but we're there. Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Space, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine,
Blue Space,
Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and Mandels the beard. Jamez's glasses sitting on a table, trying to figure out why you haven't subscribed to us on the YouTubes yet. And of course, everything that we do to make Shadu uncomfortable.
People like this voice,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and everything I do to make them
Oh,
uncomfortable.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Daddy. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Fucking terrible. All right.
Oh, and join us on Blue Space. There's dozens of us.
Yeah.
Dozens.
On the blue space. If you'd like us to break, if you'd like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely and spit us out at the feet of Jeffrey the Hutt. That is worse when you think about it. On the sail barge, on the infamous sail barge.
It's called the Pleasure Barge.
That's right. It's called the pleasure barge.
Pleasure
Oh my
barge.
God, that is so
It is.
bad.
It's getting worse. It's getting so much
Email
worse.
at distancenerding at AOL.com. We will read it on air. So, guys, thanks and keep nerding together. That is it from us this week. I still, Graveyard, I still forgot to make another set of credits for everybody else on this version of the show. So we are just going to play the credits from Tuesday until I make the right credits for each show.
And Jared, if you come back on in 2 weeks, Jeop-Nerdy, there will be a King of All Monsters category for you.
I'll be here.
I'll challenge you on that. I'm pretty good with kaiju's too, so
All right.
we got it.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
not,
saying
so it'll be
it's hot
fun.
kaiju summer.
Guys,
This is hot kaiju summer.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the big movies have kaiju in them. Jurassic Park has
Sure.
a kaiju at the end of it.
Yeah.
James
Well,
Gunn
they
is
are-
going to stab the kaiju
well,
in the eye in every movie
yeah.
too. Yeah.
They are. I mean, you know what? They
He's
are
got a
big
weird
movies.
thing for kaiju's and eyes. I don't understand
Yeah,
why
he's,
he does
like,
that.
he's just stabbing kaiju in the eye.
always.
Yeah, again, they are big movies.
Mhm.
And they're really big eyes.
So we gotta have big monsters. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
All right, well, ladies
Anyway,
and gentlemen, we will catch everybody later.
See you
Until next
next
time,
week.
as always, thanks.
Until next time,
Keep
did
nerding
Fortuno
together.
beat Jillian Maxwell in our metaphor?
nerd together.
Bye.
Distance nerding.
Thank you.